if you or someone that you know uses Zelle, they need to know about this right now. No more text messages and no more phone calls. Watch this.
Through Zelle, the peer-to-peer.
Well, millions of people use Zelle, the money transfer service, to send money electronically instead of using cash or checks. And many of us have Zelle accounts through major banks like Chase or Bank of America.
But what would you do if your Zelle account was hacked and suddenly thousands of dollars just started disappearing from your bank account? You're about to meet a single mom from Spring Branch who's already lost almost $8,000. And she says she's getting no help in getting that money back, even though she reported this fraud was occurring way back in December. Bill Spencer investigates.
Cindy Little of Spring Branch is a lot more than a little furious over the way almost $8,000 was stolen from her Chase bank account through a series of money transactions through Zelle, the peer-to-peer money transfer service. It all started the day after Christmas.
I got an alert on my phone that I'd added a recipient on Zelle that I did not add. Questions, call this number. Called that number, it was Chase. I said, I don't know who this person is, but they've already taken $1,000 out of my account.
Yep.
And they said, yes, this is fraud, we'll give you the money back.
Cindy says the money was returned within days by Chase, but 1 month later, it happened again. She got a text telling her again she'd approved sending money to someone she'd never even heard of.
She lucky she got the text.
I went on my Chase account, they had already taken out $1,000 again. Same thing, same routine, call Chase. I don't know who this person is. Please lock my account. Make sure this doesn't happen again. No problem, your account's secure, everything is good.
But it wasn't good at all. Over the next 3 days, scam artists hacked Cindy's Zelle for $1,500, then another $5,400, then another $1,000 for a grand total of $7,900.
So within 3 days, there were 7 transactions, 6 of which were after I had already reported it as fraud.
And how much did they take all together from you?
$7,900.
Wow.
And has Chase returned that money to your account?
No.
Since then, Cindy's filed a criminal case with the Houston Police Department, complaints to the FBI and the Federal Trade Commission, but Chase Bank has refused to return any money to her account, saying that Cindy herself orchestrated all of this herself and declaring they find no fraud whatsoever.
Finally, at one point, they said you probably should just go ahead and admit that this was you that did this.
Coleman Ryan is a cyber detective with K. Griff Investigations who specializes in cyber crimes, and he has the #1 way all of us can protect ourselves from ripoffs like this one.
What is the best thing we can do, Coleman, to protect ourselves from getting hacked the way that Cindy has?
A two-step verification, multi-factor authentication is kind of the same thing. It's one more factor that changes that's never the same. What that means is if someone gets your username and password, they're still not going to be able to get in, and the victim's going to know about it.
Yeah, no doubt. Two-step verification is the way to go. Make sure you get it if you have a Zelle account. Now, I'm not just reporting on what happened to Cindy here. I'm trying to fix this for her. I'm trying to get Chase Bank to return that close to $8,000 that was taken from her account so she doesn't lose all of that money. I've already talked to Chase officials today, explained to them what has happened, and they're telling me simply right now, we're looking into this case.
Wow. Wow. Listen, guys, listen, same thing, different day. Same thing, different day. All right. Let's go ahead and talk more about it, guys. As we see, this is something new. Not long ago, remember, they had to send you the text message. We told you guys don't open the text messages, delete it, report junk, all that type of stuff, right? But the problem is now the people, they don't even need access to that. Remember the second thing, we said they were calling you. They stopped calling people all of a sudden, right? So again, this is going on more than what we wanted to. All right. So if you guys haven't done so, make sure you guys go ahead and like, share, and subscribe. Let me know your thoughts about this in the comments section below. Also, too, if you're looking to improve your credit score, qualify for homeownership, or lower your monthly car payment, we can help you. Scan that QR code to learn more about our game plan, and we can help you just like we helped all these people right there on your screen. Let's get right into it, guys. So now, here's what you need to know. For those who are just joining us, a single mother, she's in Texas. She lost nearly $8,000 in a Zelle scam. Okay. And again, guys, a lot of people have Zelle. It automatically comes with your bank account. It's like it automatically comes with your bank account. All you have to do is activate it. But once you use Zelle one time, all it takes is one time. You use Zelle one time, they now can get you in a position. Okay. So again, this isn't to scare anybody. This is just to let everyone know this stuff goes on. Whether we you can ignore it if you want to or whatever, but just now you can say, hey, at least I know that you know what to do. Okay, the scammer hacked her Zelle account and made multiple unauthorized transactions. The bank said now the first time they gave her back the money, but now the bank essentially says they won't be giving her no the money back. Even despite reporting the fraud to Chase Bank, they refused to reimburse the victim the second time, and they even claimed that she orchestrated the scam. They're saying that it was her. Now, I'm not saying that you could just clearly just see it clearly was not her, but it's unfortunate that these banks don't want to give us what we've lost. And here's the thing, she did absolutely nothing. She did absolutely nothing. Okay. She didn't answer the phone call. She didn't send a text message. She didn't add anybody. She did nothing. And Chase Bank is going to do the same. Nothing. Right. The victim has filed reports with the Houston Police Department, FBI, and the Federal Trade Commission. Guys, this is going to be a big situation. Remember, I told you all Zelle may get shut down. They're going to put some regulations on this because too many people are not only losing money, but too many of these institutions like FBI, FTC, the police department, they don't even know how to solve something like this. The banks are going to be the only ones that can slow something like this down. Okay. And of course, the guy that was speaking says that he recommends enabling two-factor verification. Listen, two-factor verification, to my knowledge, you can't put that on Zelle. Once Zelle is active, it's active. Okay. Two-factor verification ain't gonna stop none of that. That's just in my personal opinion. I haven't seen Zelle with a two-factor verification. Now I have seen where it says, hey, because I've sent people know the Zelle before, but it's like, it doesn't really ask much. I haven't seen a two-factor situation. So of course, let me know if you guys have seen this as well. So, and we'll go ahead and go from there. All right. We got Lonnie in the house. Lonnie, I'm gonna get to you in a second, sir. Greatly appreciate you being here, supporting per usual. All right. So let's go ahead and get into the comments, guys. I want to make sure we get your guys' thoughts inside the comment section below. All right. So of course, Grinding for the Bag is here. Greatly appreciate you, sir. Grinding says, I use Zelle, but I've been pretty lucky with no problems. It's not even just been about lucky. They can't get everybody. It's millions of people, billions of people that use Zelle, on a regular daily basis. There's only a handful of scammers like that. And eventually they're going to find these people. Everybody ends up getting caught at some point. It's just a matter of time. But this is, again, keep an eye on your money. This is where you got to keep an eye on your money. And when you keep an eye on your money and you see something is going on that's related to Zelle, all you got to move your money around, guys. We have to start moving the money around. Okay. April says that two-step stuff is trash. I would say the same thing, April. She says because they can call customer service if they got your personal info and change everything. File a FDIC claim. So smart, April. Thanks for mentioning that. Listen, with the FDIC, you most definitely have to make sure. You most definitely have to make sure. That's the whole point of having FDIC. And I don't know why the banks make it more difficult when it's our money in their institution. It's like I just have my money here. You want me to use your bank. You want me to use your account. You want me to use Zelle, which, by the way, Zelle, is now owned by a lot of the major banking corporations now, because it's owned by a side company. That's a lot of the banks are, have ownership in that. So saying that to say, this is your product. I'm only using your product. Your product is getting scammed. It's getting hacked. And you're blaming the customer. That's what people are really getting upset about. Call me Lonnie. Good evening, sir. Congratulations again on 100K. Yes, man. I got to jump back into the Discord too, man. I do apologize. I gotta talk to Sledge about that, but greatly appreciate it, man. And the support as well too. Listen, we got to bring Lonnie back to the channel. He's most definitely been dropping a lot of gems over there on his channel as well too. Make sure you guys go ahead and check that out. All for all my credit card lovers in the building. But listen, we're gonna bring him back for sure, sir. So look out for an email for me as well too. Appreciate you being here. R Lake says hello. How is everyone? What's going on? R Lake, all the way from California. Andrea says I've used it. Okay, and so yeah, most definitely using. Listen, guys, we use Zelle on a regular basis. You're out with your friends. you grab something to eat, you send money to somebody, whether a family member needs the money or you went out to eat, or you're paying for something. I know I'm golfing this weekend, right? And so there's one of my friends, he's already paid for stuff in advance, and I either give him cash or we Zelle him. So it's a common thing, but it's like, man, but it's messed up when something like this happens. Now, don't get me wrong, guys. We know when bank fraud would happen, or like scams like this would happen not long ago, the bank just easily gave you your money. It was really messed up is not just the scam. We know the hack, the scam is going to happen at some point in some way, shape, form, or fashion. But when it makes it seem as like the bank doesn't have your back, that's what really messes this all up, for sure. All right. So Blue Butterfly says, wow, crazy. Listen, guys, it's something every day. And I don't even tell you guys about everything that I see or know, just stuff that affects where our money is, what's going to affect our credit, what's going to affect the banks that we're with. This plays a major role for sure. Andrea says, my tax lady uses it. Yeah, listen, we do, man, listen. Everybody uses Zelle in some way, shape, form, or fashion. Like, it's become the normal things. Remember, guys, when it first came out, it was Chase Quick Pay and all the rest of this stuff. So again, we use it on a regular basis. Lonnie says, don't send money to anyone that you do not know. If someone sends you money by accident, do not send it back. You could be money laundering. Okay. You ain't lying about that. Lonnie, you're not lying about that at all. You be the mess and say, oh yeah, my bad, I sent you $500. Can you send it right back real quick? Whole time. Now you in the mix with some other stuff. So thanks for letting us know that, Lonnie, as well. Blue Butterfly says, I check my accounts every single day. You have to, guys. It's your money. You have to check this stuff, whether it's an investment account, whether it's a savings account. If it's a savings account, it should be going up. You should be looking at it just because of the growth. If it's a checking account, you just want to make sure that everything's on top of stuff, that you're on top of stuff in general. April says, you just said exactly what you should put in the claim. I was using your product inactively, and this happened to me. Perfect. And yeah, because that's, what's crazy, because what I've been noticing, like the other lady we talked about the other day, they said, hey, because of you, this happened, because you opened the text message, you spoke to them, you gave them your PIN code, you were a part of this process, inadvertently though, but you were a part of this process. That was the bank's excuse. Now that lady, listen, she was not going, I don't know if you guys saw that video, but listen, what she did was she was able to get a police report and got phone records. But again, scammers are already on top of that. And so again, the phone record tracked back to the girl in Texas. But other than that, they don't need anything to get this whole thing going. So they're most definitely getting savvier. Lonnie says this goes to Cash App, PayPal, and Venmo as well. Andrea says, listen, that's why I have a credit union. Okay, they're gonna look out for her. And let us know too, guys, if you guys have experienced any of these things at credit unions as well, because I know credit unions, obviously, I'm sure they use. Does credit unions do they use Zelle? I don't know if I've ever done that before. Most of the credit unions that we've done with, it's just a savings account or something like that. So the money doesn't move around like that. But do credit unions? I'm sure they probably do use Zelle. But let me know, guys, if you all have dealt with this, having accounts or having like your main checking accounts. Let's say, for example, at a credit union, and if you've had something like this happen to you and what the credit union has done, let us know about this, your thoughts inside of the comment section below. All right, guys. Well, listen, it's Friday. Some of y'all say it's Friday, whatever y'all want to call it. It's the weekend. It's about to go down. Okay. So listen, I won't hold you guys up too much. Gabby says, hi, young man. How can you cancel Cash App and Zelle? So with Cash App, the good thing about Cash App is that you can, obviously just close out the account. You can just disconnect your bank account, from it as well too, and obviously not leave any money in there. That's one of the ways, to at least reduce that. That's what you guys got to understand. Remember when we saw a video? I don't know how long you guys been watching me, but those who've been watching me for a minute, I know Grinding for the Bag remembers this. R Lake remembers this. Some of you all gonna remember this, okay? But check this out. We did a video the other day, and the guy said. And the guy said the only way to keep this from happening is to keep no money in your account. That's the only way to keep from happening. So I'm saying that to say, of course, it was a joke that he was mentioning. But again, if you have multiple accounts and you notice that it's happening, with that particular account, remember, it's the account number. It's usually not the person. It's usually the account number, and the account number is attached to the person. Okay. So it's not like if they get you in one account, they can get you in other accounts unless you get them like access, like when you open up a text message, you click the link in the text message, all that type of stuff, then that's a little bit different. But with this one, this was just attached to an account. It just so happened to be her account. And they kept, and I'm sure they're like, dude, I got $1,000 out this account. Let's try it again next month. Let's try it again next month. Listen, when it happens one time, it's just go ahead and just time to change that account up. Okay. And again, I see this stuff all the time. I've seen some Amazon purchases or something like that. I don't care if it's $10, $12. You got to be on these banks behinds about this. Otherwise, it's going to get out of control. It's most definitely going to get out of control as well. Andrea says that's horrible. That, the poor lady. Yeah. It's, man, it really is, man, because we work hard for our money. And then when stuff like this happens and it's so unexpected, and that's thousands of dollars, guys. I mean, $8,000 in your account. Listen, we got to have a conversation with somebody. I know some of you guys are probably putting Vaseline on your face. Say, listen, let me talk to the manager. I don't know if some of y'all got that reference, but y'all know how it is. All right. Grinding for the bag says Navy Federal does. Okay, cool. So with Navy Federal, of course, we know they got Zelle, but let me know if you guys have had, I'm sorry. I probably missaid the question. If you guys have had a similar situation like this happen. I know a lot of people haven't had this situation happen in general, but have you ever had any type of situation happen where it was a Zelle situation and you are with a credit union? Did they give you your money back? Okay, let me know that inside the comment section below. It doesn't seem to happen it's happening to people every single day because more and more people are telling the news every day, and these are just the people that get with the news. There are people who haven't called the news. There are people where I'm sure they haven't scheduled time to talk to the news. Some people feel like they're embarrassed. So again, this is happening way more often than we can actually see for sure. And Gabby says, congratulations. Listen, I greatly appreciate you guys per usual. You guys have always been supportive and with the channel. Listen, 100,000. Listen, I appreciate it. It doesn't really get everything going for me. What really gets everything going for me is you guys not only supporting the channel, but learning from this. Okay. So we got a lot of how-to videos swinging back in. I know I've been really giving you guys these updates because when I see it, I'm like, people need to know this stuff because I would hate for you guys to not know what's going on and you're using this stuff every single day. Okay. So again, it has to make sense. Okay. It has to make sense for sure. All right. But greatly appreciate you guys all the time per usual. Let's continue the conversation inside the comments. If you guys are coming back to watch the replay, put in replay inside the comments. Let us know if you guys were able to catch it. I ain't gonna hold you guys up too long. Blue Butterfly, she says, it happened to me with CVS Pharmacy and they made me feel like I was a criminal. And that's the thing, man. That's happening too often too. Is they're assuming that a lot of people are in on this. And it's like, dude, I'm not gonna do all this for no $50. I'm not going to do this for no $100. I'm not going to do this for no couple $100 now. Okay. If we commit fraud, we out here creating $1 million fraud. Okay. So if I'm committing fraud, I'm out here committing fraud like them people for Navy Federal. Okay. So I'm not going to do this for no couple $100. Okay. Just being real. Right. If we're going to do this, we're going to do this right. Okay. So, but I'm telling you, especially not, it's crazy how banks would even think that we're in on something like this. It's like you would normally see a pattern. People that do this, they don't just do it one time. You know what I'm saying? Like people that are really trying to like steal and connive and cheat and con, they ain't not just going to do it one time. It's going to keep happening, specifically, right? I mean, it's going to keep on going. But either way, guys, we'll see you guys on the next video. Who knows? We may go live this weekend. So make sure you guys stay tuned.